Good morning, students. Okay, today we discuss one more important topic in 17th group elements, that is dichlorine or chlorine molecule. Chlorine molecule. Okay, Cl2. It is also called dichlorine. Okay, this is the one of the important sterilizing agent. Important sterilizing agent. Okay, here see the preparation methods and chemical properties, physical properties, and uses of dichlorine here. Okay, here in 1774, Scheele prepared chlorine by using hydrochloric acid and manganese dioxide as a catalyst. Okay, here after that in 1880, Davy explained the elementary properties of dichlorine. In 1880, Davy explained the elementary properties of dichlorine. Elementary properties of dichlorine. Okay, in continuation, we see the preparation methods. Preparation, and it is the sterilizing agent. That's why we will see some of the manufacture method. What is the difference between preparation and manufacture? Preparation means we prepare little bit amount of chlorine. Manufacture means we will prepare huge amount of chlorine. That is the difference between preparation and manufacture. Okay, here we will see the preparative methods. Okay, in that way, first preparative method which is explained by Scheele, that is hydrochloric acid. Take 2 moles of hydrochloric acid. 2 moles of hydrochloric acid reacts with manganese dioxide. Manganese dioxide and forms. Okay, here manganese reacts with manganese forms as a manganese, and here we'll get the H2O, and here here we'll get the chlorine. Here we'll get the chlorine molecule. Here we'll get the chlorine molecule. Along with that, we'll get the here nascent oxygen. Okay, here when hydrochloric acid reacts with manganese dioxide, here we get the chlorine. Okay, or dichlorine. Okay, one more preparation is there, like this same sodium chloride. Okay, reaction with manganese dioxide along with the concentrate sulfuric acid. That means sodium chloride is a natural salt, reacts with manganese dioxide. Okay, in the presence of concentrate sulfuric acid. Okay, we get here sodium sulfate, here chlorine, manganese chloride. Here we get the manganese chloride. Here also we got the chlorine molecule. Here also we got the chlorine molecule or chlorine dichlorine. These are the first preparation. This is about the first preparation. Then we will see the second preparation of this. Okay, here chlorine molecule. Second preparation of chlorine molecule. Okay, here Deacons process. It's a manufacturing method. By using Deacon process, we prepare the chlorine in bulk. That means this we call as manufacture. Okay, here hydrochloric acid. Take 2 moles of hydrochloric acid. Okay, here it exposed. It reacts with atmospheric oxygen. It reacts with atmospheric oxygen at 723 Kelvin temperature in the presence of cupric chloride catalyst. Cupric chloride here catalyst. What happened? H2 here reacts with oxygen and here forms, suppose for example I will take here 4 moles. 4 moles of hydrochloric acid reacts with oxygen. That means we will get 2 moles of water. and here 2 moles of chlorine molecule. 2 moles of chlorine molecule. Okay, here we got the 2 chlorine molecule. This is the Deacon process. It is a manufactured method. Okay, here by electrolysis of brine solution. Electrolysis of brine solution also. Okay, here electrolysis of brine solution also will prepare the chlorine molecule. Will prepare the chlorine molecule. Okay, what is the meaning of brine solution? Brine solution. Okay, what is the meaning of brine solution? Okay, brine solution, concentrated sodium chloride solution. Concentrated sodium chloride solution we called as brine solution. Okay, you take the brine solution. Okay, pause the electricity. Pause the electricity. What happened? Okay, here it dissociates in, here it dissociates into sodium, and here we get the chlorine gas at anode. Chlorine gas at anode, sodium at cathode. Okay. Here sodium chloride solution, that means you add water. What is the mechanism for this reaction? What is the mechanism for that reaction? Okay, here first sodium chloride. In first step, sodium chloride, 2 moles of sodium chloride by the addition of water dissociates into 2 Na plus ions and 2 Cl minus ions. 2 Na plus ions and 2 Cl minus ions. Okay, Na plus ion means cation, Cl minus ion means anion. Cation moves toward the cathode, anion moves toward the anode. Okay, we'll see the reactions at anode and at cathode. We'll see the reactions at anode and at cathode. Okay, here at cathode. At anode, anion. Okay, here 2 Cl minus ion lose 2 electrons. Always at anode, oxidation reaction takes place. Always at cathode, reduction reaction takes place. Reduction reaction takes place. At cathode, reduction reaction takes place. At anode, okay, here oxidation reaction takes place. Anode always present at left side of the electrolysis container. Okay, cathode always present at the right side of the electrolysis container. Okay, 2 Cl minus ion lose 2 electrons, and here chlorine gas evolved. Chlorine gas, dichlorine gas evolved. Okay, here chloride ions, here sodium ions are there. Sodium ions gains, which is evolved, which is released from the anode. Okay, here sodium, 2 sodiums gains 2 electrons, and here deposited at cathode. Sodium metal deposited on the cathode, deposited at cathode. Okay, here this is the oxidation, this is the reduction. By the oxidation and reduction, okay, here chlorine gas evolved. At anode. This is the one electrolysis method. By this electrolysis also, okay, we will prepare chlorine molecule. Okay, and one more is there. When potassium permanganate, reacts with hydrochloric acid. That means oxidation of hydrochloric acid. Okay, here potassium permanganate, fourth one, KMnO4. Potassium permanganate. Okay, reacts with hydrochloric acid. reacts with hydrochloric acid. Here hydrogen chloride, here hydrogen chloride oxidized into hydrogen chloride oxidized into chlorine first in the presence of concentrate sulfuric acid. Okay, in the presence of concentrate sulfuric acid. Okay, here we get here water, potassium chloride, and here we get the manganese sulfate. Okay, dichlorine was prepared by the reaction between potassium permanganate and hydrochloric acid in the presence of concentrate sulfuric acid. Okay, this is the one more method for the preparation of the dichlorine. Then in continuation we will see the properties. Properties means here will come physical properties and chemical properties. Okay, here physical properties. It is a colorless gas. Sorry, it is a greenish color. A greenish yellow color. It is a greenish yellow color gas. And here it is completely dissolved in water and form the hydrochloric acid and hypochlorous acid. By the formation of the hypochlorous acid, it exhibits its oxidizing property and its bleaching property. We will see in continuation oxidizing properties and bleaching properties of this dichlorine molecule. And here it boils it. Chlorine gas boils at 239 Kelvin. Chlorine molecule boils at 239 Kelvin. Okay, in continuation, we'll see the chemical properties of chlorine molecule. Chemical properties. Chemical properties means here we have different chemical properties. It is more electronegative element. Okay, compared to fluorine it is less, but it is also one of the important electronegative element present, which is present in a periodic table. And here it is reacts with due to the nature of the chlorine atom. It is easily reacts with the metals and non-metal. Metals means first A, second A group elements, first group and second group element. Non-metals means 13th group, 14th group, 15th group and 16th, 17th, 18th group. All these except noble gases. It is reacts with all the elements which are present in our periodic table. For example, it is reacts with aluminium. When chlorine reacts with aluminium, forms aluminium trichloride. When sodium reacts with chlorine, forms, just balance the equations. Sodium reacts with chlorine and forms sodium chloride. Okay, here magnesium reacts with chlorine and forms magnesium chloride. Okay, these two metals. Non-metals means, this is also metal. Boron reacts with chlorine and forms boron trichloride. Here, after that, carbon reacts with chlorine. Carbon means methane reacts with chlorine and forms carbon tetrachloride. Methyl chloride. Okay, here methyl chloride. Okay, dimethyl chloride, that means methylene chloride, chloroform, and here that means dichloromethane and carbon tetrachloride or tetrachlorocarbon. Here decane also, C10H16. It is important one. Decane, C10H16. Okay, reacts with chlorine. It forms 10 moles of carbon, and here we get here hydrochloric acid. Okay, here decane converts into only carbon. Okay, after that H2S reacts with chlorine. Okay, it releases sulfur by the formation of the hydrochloric acid. Okay, here after that we'll see some more ferrous iron. Iron also reacts with chlorine, forms ferrous chloride or ferric chloride. This is the first reaction with metals and non-metals. non-metals. And second one, reaction with ammonia. Reaction with ammonia. Okay, here when chlorine reacts with ammonia. Okay, here I am taking excess amount of ammonia. Here I am taking excess amount of ammonia. Reacts with chlorine. Reacts with chlorine. Okay, forms ammonium chloride. Forms ammonium chloride. When this is an important reaction for 1 mark. When ammonia reacts with excess amount of chlorine, forms NCl3, nitrogen trichloride, along with the hydrochloric acid. Nitrogen trichloride along with the hydrochloric acid. That means if you use excess ammonia, here we get ammonium chloride. If you use excess amount of chlorine, here we get nitrogen chloride. Here we get nitrogen chloride. When we use excess amount of chlorine, here 3 chlorines will be added. That means we get here nitrogen trichloride. Okay. When we add excess amount of ammonia means we have excess amount of hydrogen. Here we have excess amount of hydrogens. That means excess amount of ammonia was involved in the reaction and formed the ammonium chloride. This is the reaction with ammonia. Then in conclusion we will see the reaction with sodium hydroxide. Reaction with sodium hydroxide. Here we are using 2 types of sodium hydroxide. One is cold and dilute sodium hydroxide, hot and concentrated sodium hydroxide. This is also very important reaction. Here I am using chlorine reacts with sodium hydroxide. Cold and dilute. Cold and dilute sodium hydroxide reacts with chlorine, forms sodium hypochlorite. What is the name of this one? Sodium hypochlorite. Along with this, here we get sodium chloride. Here we get the sodium chloride. Sodium hypochlorite is the important. When chlorine reacts with cold and dilute hydrochloric acid, here we get sodium hypochlorite along with the sodium hydrochloride. When chlorine reacts with concentrated sodium hydroxide, what happens? We'll see here. When chlorine reacts with sodium hydroxide, here I am using concentrated and hot. Hot concentrated hydrochloric acid, hot concentrated sodium hydroxide. Here we get NaClO3, sodium chlorate. It is sodium chlorate. Okay, chlorine reacts with concentrate, hot and concentrate sodium hydroxide, forms sodium chlorate along with the sodium chloride. See, okay, here when chlorine reacts with reagent is same, but the conditions are different. Hot and sodium hydroxide, hot and concentrated sodium hydroxide, we got here sodium chlorate. Okay, here chlorine reacts with cold and dilute sodium hydroxide. What you got here? Okay, we got here sodium hypochlorite. This is the difference between. That means when chlorine reacts with sodium hydroxide, we got 2 types of compounds. With the cold and dilute, sodium hypochlorite was formed. With hot and concentrate, we got here sodium chlorate. Sodium chlorate. This is the difference between cold, hot and cold, hot. Then in condition, okay, here reaction with calcium hydroxide, wet lime, slaty lime. Okay, we called calcium hydroxide, we called wet lime or slaty lime. Okay, here when calcium hydroxide reacts with chlorine, okay, reacts with chlorine, here we'll get calcium hypochlorite. What is this? Calcium hypochlorite, along with calcium chloride plus 2H2O. Okay, here the mixture of, okay, calcium hydroxide, calcium hypochlorite, and here calcium chloride and water, 2H2O. This mixture we called as bleaching powder. This mixture we called as bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is used for the sanitation purpose. Nowadays, okay, we are using, okay, bleaching powder for the sanitation, for the killing of coronavirus. Okay, here this has bleaching action. Why it has bleaching action? Why it is used as a sterilizing purpose? Due to the liberation of, okay, here due to the liberation of nascent oxygen. Here we see continuation of that one. Okay, here when chlorine molecule dissolved in a water, actually what is the color of chlorine? Yellowish green or greenish yellow. In some books yellowish green is there, in some books it is greenish yellow is there. Okay, color is a color. Okay, this colored gas dissolved into the water. After 10 minutes or after 15 minutes, it becomes colorless. The water becomes colorless, or chlorine becomes colorless. What happened here? Chlorine reacts with water, forms hypochlorous acid and hydrochloric acid. This hypochlorous acid again converts into hydrochloric acid along with the nascent oxygen. Due to the liberation of this nascent oxygen, okay, here chlorine molecule acts as oxidizing agent. It acts as oxidizing agent. Okay, and here bleaching agent. We'll see in continuation what is the bleaching agent and what are the oxidizing properties of chlorine. First, we'll see the bleaching property of chlorine. Bleaching means, okay, here colored molecules are converting into colorless. We call as bleach. When we add any coloring substance to chlorine, it becomes colorless. That we call as bleaching action. Okay, here I am writing here colored substance reacts with chlorine due to the liberation of this nascent oxygen. What is the meaning of nascent oxygen? Newly generated oxygen we called as nascent oxygen. Okay, here colored substance reacts with chlorine. What happens? Chlorine removes color. That means we get colorless compound. Here we got colorless compound. Okay, colorless compound. This we called as bleaching nature, bleaching power, okay, action of chlorine. Oxidizing property. Okay, due to the liberation of this nascent oxygen, it also acts as oxidizing agent. Ferrous sulfate, okay, chlorine converts in the presence of sulfuric acid. Ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate. Okay, see here, oxidation means, okay, here oxidation number increases from +2 to +3, +2 to +3. Oxidation number increases means, okay, oxidation number increases means it is one of the important oxidizing property of chlorine. Oxidizing property of, okay, ferrous sulfate converts into ferric sulfate, and here, okay, sulfur dioxide in the presence of water, okay, sulfur dioxide in the presence of water and chlorine, it converts into sulfuric acid. Okay, sulfuric acid, sulfuric acid. Okay, oxidation number of sulfur here +4. Here oxidation number of sulfur is +6. That means oxidation number increases. Oxidation number increases means, oxidation number increases means, okay, it involves in oxidation. It involves in oxidation. Okay, here iodine in presence of water and chlorine forms, okay, iodic acid, HiO3, HClO3 like that na. HClO3 we called chloric acid, HiO3 we called iodic acid. Iodic acid. Here also see oxidation number of iodine is +5. Here oxidation number of iodine is 0. Oxidation number of iodine is 0. These are all oxidizing properties of chlorine. These are all important oxidizing properties of chlorine. And here reaction with hydrocarbons. Reaction with hydrocarbons. Methane reacts with chlorine in the presence of sunlight. In the presence of sunlight forms methyl chloride, methylene chloride, chloroform, carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride. Different compounds will form. Okay, different compounds will form here. When benzene also reacts with chlorine in presence of ferric chloride forms, okay, here chlorobenzene. Benzene also reacts with chlorine and form the chlorobenzene. This is the reaction with hydrocarbons. Okay, this is the reaction with hydrocarbon, oxidizing properties of chlorine, bleaching properties of chlorine, and reaction with calcium hydroxide. Okay, in continuation, we'll see the uses of chlorine. Okay, chlorine is used as a bleaching agent for the bleaching action towards the textile. Okay, which is prepared from different materials by using different chemicals. Okay, chlorine. Okay, it is used as a bleaching agent, remove the color of textiles, and it is also used for the preparation of so many organic compounds, so many inorganic compounds. Okay, so many inorganic compound drugs. Okay, it is also used for the preparation of the freons. Freons means chlorofluorocarbons. It is also used as a sterilization of water. Nowadays, municipal water sterilized by using this chlorine gas. That's why you observe, okay, chlorinated water appeared in greenish yellow color or yellowish green color. Okay, and here this is also prepared. This is also used for the preparation of, okay, POS gene. COCl2 we call as POS. The chemical name of COCl2 is, okay, here carbonyl chloride. COCl2 means carbonyl chloride. Carbonyl chloride is a POS. Chloropicrin. It is a tear gas. Chloropicrin prepared from, okay, CCl3NO2. Okay, here this is the one chloropicrin prepared from methane. Okay, this is the one of the important one. This is the called tear gas. What is the name of IUPAC name of tear gas? Nitro trichloro methane. Nitro trichloromethane we called as tear gas. Mustard gas is also used for the preparation of the mustard gas. Okay, it is also used for the preparation of DDT. Already we know about the DDT structure, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. Okay, mustard gas. See the structure of mustard gas. CH2, CH2 here, Cl. Yes. CH2, CH2, Cl. This is the one sulfur compound. This is the one important sulfur compound. This is also one of the important poisonous compound. It is also prepared from chlorine molecule. This is about the chlorine and this is about the 17th group elements. Okay, in continuation we'll see the 18th group elements. Okay, 18th group elements. Thank you.